Hello, everyone. My guest today is Jochen Seelig. He is the founder of a company called Snapaddy. Snapaddy is helping people automatically capture contacts and visit reports faster and more effectively. All right, Jochen, you ready to take us to the top?
Oh, yeah. Hi. Thank you. Thank you for the podcast. I'm really happy to be here. And
good.
Yeah,
so tell
nice
us what the company does and what your guys' revenue model is, how to make money.
Okay. Yeah, Snapaddy, we creating tools for capturing leads and contacts into CRM systems. So normally every business people and B2B companies have the problem that contacts in the CRM system are not up to date, or all the salespeople, they're not really happy to do the contact work in the CRM manually. So we have tools for capturing leads on trade fairs and also in the daily work to crawl contacts out of email signatures or Xing and LinkedIn and help them to get the data completed in their CRM.
Okay, and walk with your pricing model. So what are people paying on average per month for this?
We have several packages. So the smallest is a basic package for one person. It's only for small companies and 1 to 10 people. It's €19 per month, and they pay for a year. So normally we have only yearly packages. So €228 are the smallest packages, and normally companies with 15 employees and more, they pay €99 or €199 per month.
So Jochen, just to avoid having to go down every customer cohort, since we're short on time, on average, what does a customer pay, would you say?
On the yearly, or what do you mean?
However you measure it.
Normally, I think the most companies, they pay 5,000 to 10,000 euro per year.
Okay, 5,000 euros.
Bigger ones.
5,000 euros. Well, is that the average or is that the bigger ones?
It's the average is around 3,000 euro, I think.
Okay.
Per year, and the bigger ones, they pay up to 10 or only 40 or 50,000 euros.
Fair enough. So about 3,000 per year on average in terms of euros, which is 3,300 United States dollars yearly, or about $275 if you do that on a monthly basis. But you said most of your plans are annual.
You have to pay annually or for more years. So we're not to have the normal SaaS model with a monthly payment, because we have many customers and they need support from us for the first time, because we also have to do CRM mappings. So normally not the customers can start and only touchless pay and work with software. There have to be some entry points and kickoffs, and you must think about that there are fields in the CRM system which will be different to our Snapaddy tool. So we have to fill up and make the two tools work together.
I understand. What year did you launch the company?
When we founded it, or what?
Sorry. When did you launch the company?
We launched the company 2015, so 4 years before now. And we have now about 15 employees and 1,000 customers using our software.
Okay, so 1,000 customers, and you said 15 employees. Have you bootstrapped the company or raised?
We have bootstrapped it. We are 3 founders of the company, and one of our founders also had a SaaS company before. He started with the company in 2000, and he made an exit to a private equity company, I think 6 or 7 years ago.
Which company?
And Transporion Group. It's located also in Germany, in Ulm.
Okay, and which private equity firm bought it?
Oh, sorry, I didn't know by now. I think it was Rainbow, but I'm not for sure.
Okay, very good. Well, back to your business. So you just said kind of a price point on average annually is about $3,300, north of 1,000 customers. That would put you at about 3.3 million in terms of ARR run rate right now. Is that accurate?
Yes, of course. This year we plan to do 2.8 for the year.
Okay, so which means right now you're doing less than 2.8. What did you do last month?
Last month we did around 250,000 per month.
Okay, well, $250,000 per month.
But we have a difference, because there are peaks and downs. There are trade fairs in the first 3 months and in the last 3 months, and there we have more packages. And because they are pay annually, they pay upfront for the whole year or for more than 1 year. So we have up and downs in the revenue.
Yeah, but you don't calculate the whole annual payment in the month you collected it. You divide by 12. So when you just look at your monthly recurring revenue last month, what was MRR?
The MRR is around 180,000.
118 or 180?
180K.
180,000 right now per month, which would be about 2.1 million per year right now run rate. You're hoping to grow that to 2.8 million in terms of run rate by the end of this year. Mm-hmm. Okay, so if you're doing 180 right now, again, you can't have 1,000 customers all paying $3,300 per year because that would be $275,000 per month. So which one of those numbers is too high?
It's how you calculate, because we have two different models, and we're not working with the calculation of downgrading it to the months and say, okay, they pay for 12 months and we split it, because we go with the right revenue we have for this month. So this is more important for us for calculate. And if you have the model that
Jochen, sorry, this is really simple. This is just basic math. You can't have 1,000 customers that pay $3,300 per year if you're only doing $180,000 per month right now, which would be about 2.1 million annually. The math doesn't work.
Yes, because there are some companies that are smaller in the 1,000 companies. So it's a little bit more difficult. We're not so data
okay, so
driven like
the answer then would be your average is not $3,300 per year. It's a little lower. You have 1,000 customers, but the average is lower.
Yes, of course.
It has to be. That's the only way the math works. So what you actually have, if you're doing $180,000 per month right now in recognized MRR, that means you got 1,000 customers that pay on average $180 per month, and some of them pay the full $2,100 up front, which is why you have peaks and valleys in your cash collected each month. Is that right?
Yes, of course.
Okay. And then, so you found the company in 2015. You guys have bootstrapped, which I love. Did you bootstrap? Did you ever try and raise capital, or were you always going to be bootstrapped no matter what?
No, we did not try this, because we had also some good revenues in the first 2 years, and we made a stable grow rate with everything we need to. So this year and also the last year, we were positive with our cash flow, and so we never tried to raise capital at the moment, because it's better we have the own. We have not to make every month reportings for external people, and it's easier for us to work with this what we have.
Yeah. When you say cash flow positive, are you just barely are you operating at break even, or are you taking like 10, 20, 30% monthly to the bottom line?
In the last year, we were also break even. It was 0, and this year we are really positive.
Look, but what's the percentage? Like 20%, 10%?
I cannot say out of this. I don't know at the moment. I have never calculated it.
Well, then what you just said, you're really positive. So how do you know you're really positive if you've never calculated it?
We've got every month from our BWA, it's called in Germany. So we see how many cash we've earned and the revenue and the costs. And so we're positive, but I've never calculated the percentage.
Oh, I see. So you'll see like $10,000 or $20,000 in cash after expenses added to your bank account. And you're just saying you've never figured out what the percentage is.
No, not on the bank account, on the BWA. So we see that that we have this year around 200,000 of positive cash.
Over the past 12 months or just over the past 6 months?
Over the past 6 months.
Okay. So, I mean, you can take 200,000, right, divided by 6. That means each month, call it, you're taking $30,000, $40,000 in profit.
Yes, of course.
And you said you're also, so you're cash flow positive and growing. So if you're doing $180,000 per month right now in revenue, do you remember what you're doing exactly a year ago?
1 year in the future or in the past?
Past.
Past. In the past, I don't know exactly, but I think it was around 80,000 perhaps.
Okay, but you're more than doubling year over year.
Yes, of course.
And where's most of the growth coming from? Where are you finding new customers?
We have different marketing and sales funnels. So we also make outbound calls. This is really good here in Germany and in the areas. So we are looking for trade fairs here. Because this is one pain point where we can call the customer and say, hey, you're on a trade fair and you do the manual work of the data entry in your CRM, and we have a digital product for you that makes everything much more easier. And so I think we get the 40% of our customers over cold calls. Then we have some inbound channels. So we're really good in SEO optimization and also search engine advertising. So we spend money for AdWords every month, around €8,000. And we get at the moment 218 inbounds per month from companies, but there are also smaller ones which are not so qualified. But I think we had 15 qualified inbounds from bigger companies where we also can earn money and make a contract with them.
Interesting. And so when you look at your fully weighted customer acquisition cost and your payback period, what is that?
Sorry, I've not calculated this. So we're not so data-driven as you think.
Well, data is just a way to help you understand what the company is doing. You wouldn't be spending money on search engine marketing if you didn't know that it was working. So you've calculated your CAC. I mean, do you know what it is?
Yes, the customer acquisition costs, I know this. And we made this on the last year, but we do not this on the fully track of the year. So I cannot say how high the customer acquisition costs at the moment are.
But what's the last number you do have?
The last number was around €2,000.
Okay, to get a customer that pays between $2,000 and $3,000 in the first year.
Yes.
So your payback period there would be anywhere between kind of in the 12-month range for the first year.
Yes, but most customers are using the software more than 1 year, and also customers, they make a contract for 3 years or 5 years.
Yep. So the math works. Churn is critical, Jochen, in any SaaS company. Do you know what your churn is historically?
The churn is around 15% at the moment, but we have two different churn rates because there are two different products. One is the Grabber product for also creating leads and enter new contacts, and there are also more smaller companies using the product. So the churn rate for the Snapaddy Grabber is a little bit higher than for the Snapaddy Visit Report, because if I have a tool for my trade fairs and it's fully integrated, then I'm not will churn and searching for another product if this works. For the Snapaddy Grabber, we have churn rate, but it's a normal process, because if you think they are smaller companies and they think, hey, we want to make new outbound calls, we have to create leads, and they use our software. And then 1 year later, they think, oh, no more outbound calls. We do more in marketing budget or some other things. And then other companies came up and buy the product for one.
So, Ian, just to be clear, you have 15% annual revenue churn. Do you have any expansion revenue on those cohorts?
Sorry, what do you mean?
Upsells.
Upsells, yes, of course. We also have many companies.
What's the percentage?
I don't know.
So if a company starts paying you $2,000 a year in their first year, you know you have upsell revenue. What do you typically expand them to? What's their typical second year contract value expand to?
Yeah, most of our companies or the customers, they will stay with the licenses they have, because normally the sales team not so grow so fast. But sometimes we have companies, they're starting with a lower group, not the whole sales team, and then make an upselling in the second year, or also in between the first year.
Okay. Do you know, does your expansion revenue make up for the 15% churn?
No, I don't think.
Okay, so your expansion is less than 15% annually. So your net revenue retention right now is below 100%.
Yes, I think so.
Okay. How do you, who does most of the metrics at the company, or do you guys just not measure any of this stuff?
Yes, we have a CFO. He get more metrics of the company and make more metrics. But at the moment, we're not so data-driven as you think, because there are no external reportings we need to, and we focus on the business.
But you don't do metrics for external reporting. You do metrics because they help you drive the business. It's for you.
Yes, of course. But if you're working on the product and also making sales and earning new customers, and you see that it's growing, then you only focus on the sales team and on growing the business.
Well, yeah, but if you looked at all the accounts that expanded and you saw that all of them were using one feature in one of your tools, you would work on building that feature out because it's driving a serious expansion revenue. Currently, you have product. It sounds like you're driving product based off like I don't know, random information, not actual metrics and usage metrics from the tool.
Yes, of course. That's right.
Why? I mean, that doesn't seem smart at all.
Yes. I think it will be important for us to do more metrics and also get more data driven for the company. But this will be a job for us in the next year, I think.
Mm-hmm. All right, very good. Let's wrap up with the famous five. Number one, what's your favorite business book?
My favorite business book, The Power of Positive Leadership, was really an interesting book because I think that it's important to be a good leader for the team. And if they're working in a happy group and they're really have the power of a team, then the company grows faster and everybody's happy.
Number two, is there a CEO you're following or studying?
Not at all.
Number three, what's your favorite online tool for building your company?
One of my favorite tools is Wunderlist. It's an easy tool for task planning for every day, and I use it every day for making my day a little bit more easier and know what's the 10 topics I need.
And number four, how many hours of sleep do you get every night?
Around 6 hours.
And what's your situation? Married, single, kids?
I'm have no kids. I was married, but I'm quit at the moment and had a new girlfriend.
Okay, and how old are you?
How old
are you?
I'm 32 years old.
Last question. What do you wish your 20-year-old self knew?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
What's something you wish you knew when you were 20?
When I was 20? Sorry, I did not really understand.
Jochen, the question is, what is something that you wish that you knew when you were 20 years old?
I don't know. Nothing at the moment.
Okay, so you've learned nothing over the past 12 years that you wish your 20-year-old self knew.
Oh, sorry. Then I didn't understand right. Sorry. What I've learned from 20, that sales is really important for a company. So if you make more sales and outbound sales, you can reach even better goals. And I was from an online marketing agency before, so I made more with marketing and inbounds. And I thought that only over the marketing channel you can raise a company, but I think it's not the only right way. So you have to do both things, then you grow faster.
Snapaddy has passed $2 million in ARR, helping folks, especially folks at sponsored trade shows, add new contacts from the trade show floor to their CRM in a more fast, efficient way. To keep the CRMs clean, they got over 1,000 customers paying $180 per month. So $180,000 per month right now in revenue. That's up doubling year over year, $80,000 per month just a year ago. They are profitable each month. They've raised no capital, which is great. Team of 15 people, churning 15% of their revenue annually. Expansion is still something they're working on, spending up to $2,000 to get a new customer for a 12-month payback period. Jochen, thank you for taking us to the top.
Yo, bye-bye, Nathan.
One more thing before you go. We have a brand new show every Thursday at 1 p.m. Central. It's called Shark Tank for SaaS. We call it Deal or Bust. One founder comes on, 3 hungry buyers, they try and do a deal live, and the founder shares back-end dashboards, their expenses, their revenue, ARPU, CAC, LTV, you name it, they share it, and the buyers try and make a deal live. It is fun to watch every Thursday, 1 p.m. Central. Additionally, remember, these recorded founder interviews go live. We release them here on YouTube every day at 2 p.m. Central. To make sure you don't miss any of that, make sure you click the subscribe button below here on YouTube, the big red button, and then click the little bell notification to make sure you get notifications when we do go live. I wouldn't want you to miss breaking news in the SaaS world, whether it's an acquisition, a big fundraise, a big sale, a big profitability statement, or something else. I don't want you to miss it. Additionally, if you want to take this conversation deeper and further, we have by far the largest private Slack community for B2B SaaS founders. You want to get in there. We've probably talked about your tool if you're running a company or your firm if you're investing. You can go in there and quickly search and see what people are saying. Sign up for that at nathanlatka.com Slack. In the meantime, I'm hanging out with you here on YouTube. I'll be in the comments for the next 30 minutes. Feel free to let me know what you thought about this episode. And if you enjoyed it, click the thumbs up. We get a lot of haters that are mad at how aggressive I am on these shows, but I do it so that we can all learn. We have to counter those people. We got to push them away. Click the thumbs up below to counter them and know that I appreciate your guys' support. All right, I'll be in the comments. See ya.